Hi guys, welcome back to FelidomancyHoodoo. We're back out and about again today. It's a little bit misty here in Cornwall, but we can still just about see through the drizzle. Barbados in the background, nice view into the sea and the ocean behind us. There's a little bit of white noise with the traffic going around underneath on the road below us, but it's one of my favourite spots up here. And as I say that, the sun starts coming out. I don't know if you can notice that, but we've had this before on the beach at Charlestown too, so thanks Spirit. A bit of sunshine never goes amiss. But yeah, I came up here, got a little bit of a message and a little bit of an explanation for the video, which is quite useful because it's been a very mixed up week energy wise, hasn't it? It's been strong from the new moon in Aquarius, but oh my word, yeah, wow, everything's just shook up. It's like the wheels turned 180 degrees, but yeah, it's all done for a reason as well. So yeah, it's down to, we tried processing stuff in December and we didn't quite get everything resolved. They're still triggering underlying issues which of our shadow side we need to address and yeah, deal with, so we can move on and leave that part behind, so we can fill it with something better, something light, something for the greater good. If we ignore spirit, the spirit will just keep on smacking us around the face with something until we deal with it. So rather than get caught in that stupid cycle, where we go round and round, just doing the same thing, ignoring spirit, we may as well just brace it, open up, say I surrender, whatever happens from here will be down to the divine, and yeah, it'll be what it'll be. We'll take the worry away, have a little play on your shadow side as well, just release anything in there which just little demons and things, we've all got them. That's the work which we should have been doing in December, which if some of us have been held back on or didn't quite complete, which is why everything's been shook up something chronic again this last week with the energies. It doesn't mean things are bad and, you know, things are going to change and stuff, or you might have gone through some change this week already, but it's not a bad thing. Change is there to help us progress. It's part of the evolution of life. We said last week about how easy it is to be stagnant in our own routines. Sometimes maybe that's what spirit's slapping you around the face for, because we've got to get out of our routines and move forward to be able to evolve, follow our journey and do what follow our callings and our journey and do what we're supposed to be doing with our spiritual sides. So yeah, there's a little bit of a message from Spirit and our guys this morning just before we do the stone throw, but yeah, as always, these throws and this reading is for the collective. It's a general message for us all for the first 2 weeks of February 2023. So yeah, it may not, some bits may relate to you, other bits may not relate to you. If they don't worry about it. Don't try and make the story fit, because you might manifest something accidentally you don't want to happen. But yeah, leave it there for someone else, because the message will be meant for them instead. As always, I'd like to thank everybody for the support, for the spirits for the guidance and stuff, and for those who have liked or subscribed to our videos. Please feel free to share, because obviously if the message doesn't relate to you, it may relate to somebody else you know, and you may be the one who needs to pass it on. As we said always, it's not about the numbers, it's all about spreading the word, getting the message out there, and trying to guide the collective as best we can. If we can all concentrate on the same aim, then it's going to be working together for the greater good, in which case it should make the world a better place. So that's the theories behind these videos. But yeah, I'll stop gassing, and we should make a move round in a minute to the tree. I'll see you in a second with the tray. As always, I've cleansed the area, I cast a circle and I've called the spirits in. So should we ask spirits what they can guide us with our energies for the first fortnight of February 2023. Spirits, guides, what does the collective energy look like at the moment? What do you need to work on? What do you need to focus on? What guidance can you offer? Also, how are the chakras? Are there any misalignments? Anything out of balance we need to be aware of these first 2 weeks of February 2023? Thank you, Spirit, we're ready. Looking at that, it's looking like it's all quite well balanced at the moment, being honest. Everything's all shook up, but you're handling it quite well. You've got your soul stone there, closest to that. You need to take a little bit of action on your higher mind. Maybe you need to get meditation in. Maybe there's a message trying to get through to you, so you need to be open and aware of any message coming in, synchronicities. Also have some fun with it. Afternoon, how are we doing? over here you've got playfulness as well, so maybe you need to get in touch with your inner child again, go and have some fun, be you, pick up an old hobby. Creativity is also in the picture there too, which is, you can go with the playfulness. You know, we need to lose the conditions we had, the world has placed on us, in order to be more in touch with our inner and higher selves. So you need to be creative, you need to have some fun, a bit playful time, a bit playfulness. You need to take action as well. Maybe you need to have a little bit of fun with your magic, because the action's in between the two. So have a little bit of a play with your meditations, see what works best for you. Maybe if you've been trying to connect with your higher self, or you've been working your craft and practicing your craft, play about with it, make it your own, have some fun with it. The more fun we have, and the more we look at stuff like in a childlike way without the boundaries, the more it's going to help our abilities and creativity. So that's what they're suggesting there for this next coming week. Over there you got grounding, you've also got love, but you see they're off to one side, they're further away, they're separated, and I'm not feeling like there's any energy coming off there I've got to really worry about. So looking at the chakras, we're going to be looking at the throat chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, and the third eye are the ones to be concentrating on. There didn't seem to be anything really out of balance or anything, but one of them, these three are in line, but you need to do that. Well, ideally you need to get them to be like that, so they are all aligned. There's a little bit of a kink in there, but it's nothing we can't really work on. So chakra wise, that's what we need to be looking at for this coming week as well. Well, shall we get the bones out and see what Spirit has to suggest as well with those? You'll see in a second. Okay, so we've got the stones away, we've got the bones set out now. Rather than just being an energy reading, this is a bit more detailed for everyday life. So you figure out I'll show you our Spirit and see what they've got to suggest for this first week of February. Spirits, guides, what does the collective need to be aware of for this first week of February, please? What's going to be good, what's going to be bad, what's going to surprise us, what's going to be coming in, how's the finances, how's our health, how's our balance, what do we need to know? What advice can you give the collective, please? You ready, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, well, over here it's saying the health has jumped out the bowl, so we're going to exclude that one. We've also had, there's a partnership. It could relate to a relationship, it could relate to business, it could relate to a friendship, it could relate to a bond you got with somebody. That's out the tray as well, so it's nothing. That's nothing to worry about. It's not going to be an issue for this month. Alright, looking straight into the centre. Well, let's go with the dice first. Sorry, looking at the dice, it's landed on a 6. So keep an eye out for 6s. They could be on number plates, it could be times on the clock, it could be receipts. If you keep seeing them, it could be an angel number, it could be a message, it could be a life path number. Have a look online. There's plenty of options out there to go through, but have a look and just see if it prompts anything in your own mind. It may be a message coming from Spirit through synchronicity. We've also got a yes, and the yes has got the wealth underneath it there with the crystal, a little piece of homegrown quartz. Now you may get a decision where you got to go, do I take this or not? The Spirit suggesting yes, you do. It's going to lead to wealth. On the sixpence landed on heads, so that's singular, so it's only going to be one source of income, unlike that side which should have been multiples. But wealth is good. It doesn't mean to be financial, it could be in an aspect where it's something which money can't buy, and sometimes they're even more precious, aren't they? Seems to be going, that's what's happening, that's going to be happening in this next couple of days, next 72 hours maybe. It's not far away. Looking, the pointer is looking at movement. It's going to take a week or so to get, or it's going to take a week maybe to get there, but you've also got movement sat on the pointer with the compass. Now it could be waiting for some news to come in, it could be a letter, it could be an email you've been waiting for, or just communication from somewhere. It could also mean you'll be travelling lots as well, so it's something to bear in mind. got masculine energy near work. You've also got a loss near it, so there's a warning bell too. So maybe there's an energy where there is a good offer out there, but you've got to choose the right one. But if you take the wrong offer or deny the offer, it's going to end up in a slightly different route. So yeah, just be careful about, think about your decisions carefully this coming week. You've got electronic communications over there, which leads off to gain with a stripy shell. So yeah, that's worth that's good news coming in there, isn't it? If eventually you come around this way, you're going to make the right decision. You got something good and wealthy coming in, and then after some more communications, you got more gain. So even if you do get a little loss here, it's part of the financial karma, isn't it? Something has to go for something to get better. So maybe that's the message coming in from the spirit. I'm not feeling anything on the no shell there, so we're going to take that one out. The family one there is it's next to the gain. That I'm feeling that could be the way out from this. It's almost like there's two timelines there. You've got a choice, almost like a crossroads. But it could be leading to family, but maybe the family are going to help you get out of this to get back to the gain around this way, because it's slightly round and they can hook up in different ways. I'm not feeling anything on that one, the bad shell either. There's definite change coming in, and it almost looks like it's a pathway to again. It looks like it's a split. It's like you could take one path which will take you off to the sort of heart which you represent love, whether it be self-love, whether it be love for somebody else, a pet, a child, or you got the key which represents home, and it's balancing right on the edge. So maybe that's going to pop through to the second week of February or later on in the month. Maybe it's on a crossover, or maybe it's like you don't have to worry about it yet, but you are going to have to think about it later on. That's a general reading for the collective for the first week or so, 10 days of February 2023. We hope it offers you all some advice and some guidance for this next coming week. I would do a Rider Waite throw, but unfortunately it is getting quite wet and drizzly up here now, so I don't know if you can see on the board all the raindrops on there, so probably not the best time to be doing that. But I'm going to get my kit away, go back home and have a cup of herbal tea. So thank you all for watching, subscribing, liking the videos and sharing around. We'd also like to thank Spirit for the collective messages and the guidance they've offered us for today. I'd like to thank the woods and the trees and the view we've had at the start of this video, and the chance to get out on the ground. We'll be back next week for a reading for the full moon. Until then, take care all. Blessings.